I was curious though, were you a fan of the Kingsman movies before you signed on to play Conrad?
I mean, I was a fan of Matthew's work. I hadn't really seen the Kingsman movies, but I remember watching them after and thinking that they were entertaining and bold, you know. So I was just, yeah, I sort of threw myself into this with that and was excited by it. Yeah.
When you play a fictional character surrounded by real life events and real people, does that still require a certain amount of research, or are there any real life people from that era that you base your performance on?
No, no one real life. No one real life. I mean, there's a book called Of Human Bondage that was written in 1911 and 1912, and it kind of charted the trajectory of this young man from a certain privilege who had a disability and wasn't able to serve, and he wanted to go and study English in Paris. And there was certain things that kind of had a little bit of the same through line, and this desire to want to go off and see the world for himself. And I think along with that, and along with Matthew's film recommendations and just yeah, and everything else that came on with each department, the costume and the makeup and the stunts and everything, it all sort of informed it. Yeah.
What was your favorite film that Matthew recommended? Just if you don't mind me asking, just curious.
Well, a big one for him was The Man Who Could Be King, and then yeah, I think that was something. And Lawrence of Arabia, that was sort of what he was talking about early on. But yeah, those sort of sweeping epics. I mean, this film is very different from those films, I'll have to add. But yeah, I think he wanted to try and aspire to that large scale sort of epic story, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The fight scene between everyone versus Rasputin is probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. It's so well done. Walk me through what it was like being in the middle of a scene with legends like Rhys and Rafe and Djimon.
Yeah, it was special, man. I won't lie. It was you know, watching Rhys in particular, because he's someone that is so kind and funny as a person, and then you see him come on set as Rasputin, and it's really it's a real transformation. So it was, yeah, it was just great. I enjoyed being a part of it, man. Like, I was able to just sit back and watch these legends turn in these performances, and yeah, it was a privilege.
That's awesome, man. It was really cool to watch. Now that you've had a little taste of the spy genre in The Kingsman, would a certain British spy with a license to kill be a role that you'd be interested in pursuing?
Listen, I mean, I feel like I watched that, recently I watched that the first press conference when Daniel Craig got Bond, and it was, I don't know when that was, I don't know, whenever the first Bond was made, but it was like people were asking him all these questions about the pressure of Bond and the pressure of that series and the pressure of the role. And he was like, you know, I just want to find those interesting things within the character and sort of work with that and try and take it somewhere new. And I think he's done that. I think he's managed to do that. So yeah, that's always the goal, really, isn't it?
Yeah, just finding that interesting character spot that you can, where you can find something different that you can do with it that nobody else has done before.
Exactly. Yeah.